everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fun one because we are going to be talking about some underrated makeup products. I recently did a video of all of the makeup products that I think are overrated or overhyped. If you want to check out that video, I will link it in the cards. So then I thought, there are a lot of products that I really love that I don't hear anyone talk about. So those are the products we're going to be talking about today. And I had lipstick on eye teeth. I love that for me. We're like 3 seconds in. If you like this eye look, I did it on camera in a chatty get ready with me. That video should be posted by now and I will link that in the cards as well. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into the video. I'm gonna scoot over so I can put my little pictures of products right here. I have a pretty extensive list, honestly. I feel like I try a lot of products that I love that no one else talks about. So let's get right into it. The first one should come as no surprise. I have this product right here with me. It's the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. I don't feel like anyone talks about this. I've heard Tarte talk about it when it was released like back in like 2018, but ever since then I don't hear YouTubers talk about this at all, and it is my holy grail. It is amazing. I love this thing. It's the best foundation ever that I've ever tried and no one talks about it, so that makes me think that it's just me, like I'm the only one. But I have recommended it to a lot of followers and they always get back to me and they tell me that they love it. So maybe it's just kind of a hidden gem. I don't really know. None of the YouTubers that I personally watch talk about it anyway. So yeah, it's definitely a personal favorite of mine. I use it almost every day. I can't go without it. Next up for some eyeshadows. I don't have a ton of eyeshadow palettes in this video just because I feel like eyeshadow palettes are very hyped up products. So the only ones that I don't really hear a ton of people talking about are the Fenty Beauty SnapShadows. I feel like the formula on the Fenty Beauty SnapShadows is incredible. So amazing. And maybe people don't talk about them because they're only 6 shades, but I really like the concept of being able to like snap multiple palettes together to create like one larger palette. I just feel like the formula on those eyeshadows are really so good and definitely more unique. They're not super powdery and soft like normal eyeshadows are. Not normal eyeshadows, but like that's a formula that we frequently see, the very soft, buttery formula. They are a little bit harder, but as a result, they don't have much fallout at all. And even though they are a little bit harder in formula, I think they're a little harder pressed. That particular formula gives me a lot of control for how I want my eyeshadow to look because it is a little bit more sheer, so I can really build up that color to the intensity that I want it, or I can just do a sheer wash. But I don't hear anyone talking about those eyeshadows, and every time I do an eyeshadow look with those shadows, I get so many comments on how beautiful the blend is, and I would agree, but it's not me, it's the shadows. So yeah, if you're in the market for like a new mini size palette, I would definitely recommend checking those out because they are so good. I have numbers 1 through 8, I think. Any number palette past that, I think they have 3 more. I haven't personally tried, so I can't speak to those, but the first 8, mwah, chef's kiss, amazing. Next up, this is a product that I actually use in my makeup artist kit, and a lot of people talk about how much they love these products when I put them on a client, but I don't hear anyone talking about it in the YouTube space. These are by Colourpop and they are the Ultra Blotted Lips. Kylie Cosmetics has a similar formula. I think it's the lip blushes. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. It's just a liquid lipstick, but it's very sheer and it's very lightweight. It doesn't have the heavy feeling of a traditional liquid lipstick, and I find my clients really enjoy those products because when I put them on, since they are sheer, your natural lip color shines through. So one shade can look super flattering on almost anybody because their natural lip color shines through a little bit, and you get the long wearing nature of a liquid lipstick, so perfect for brides, but you don't have the uncomfortable feeling of a normal liquid lipstick. So yeah, they're really quite comfortable and super long wearing, and I find when they fade, you know when regular liquid lipsticks fade and they just start to look patchy and like really quite terrible? I find the Ultra Blotted Lips just fade so nicely because your natural lip color is shining through. It's just so much more flattering when it does start to fade, but I don't hear a ton of people talking about that product, and I think it is really, really good. And I wish they were more popular so that Colourpop would keep coming out with more shades. It doesn't seem like they are that popular because Colourpop doesn't really put out many shades of them, and I really wish they would. Another Colourpop product that I hear like no one talking about, but I personally love, like they're my favorite, the Colourpop Lashes. I just placed an order yesterday for I think like 7 pairs. They're $8 lashes and they are so beautiful. They're some of my favorite lashes of all time. They photograph really beautifully in particular. They're super comfortable. The band is really thin. The styles are really flattering on my eye shape. I don't think I've tried any Colourpop lashes that I don't actually like, and I don't hear anyone talking about them. No one seemed too excited that Colourpop was launching lashes. I'm very much a lash girl, so I get very excited about about new lash launches, but yeah, didn't hear anyone talking about those and it really makes me sad. Again, I wish more people would talk about them so that they would release more styles. Ooh, next up, this is a good one. I've actually gone through 2 whole two whole tubes of this. I'm filming my second video today, so please forgive me. I'm just stumbling over my words at this point. But this is by Tarte Cosmetics, and like, Tarte, it's not my favorite brand. Tarte isn't my favorite brand anymore. They used to be my favorite, but now they're just kind of boring. However, this product, oh, I love it, and I wish it was more easily accessible to me. This is the Tarte Sugar Rush. It's their sister brand that's supposed to be like cheaper and more fun, I guess. It's their Sugar Rush lip oil. I have one right here, and like, it's pretty much empty, but like, look at all of those globbies from my nasty lips. Ugh, grosses me out so much. I really want to finish the bottom of this product, but the tube is just freaking me out. The Sugar Rush line is an Ulta exclusive. Oh, it smells good still. It smells like a blue raspberry push pop. That's exactly what it smells like. Yeah, love that scent. So good, so hydrating. I get this color. What is this even called? Fresh Pressed. It's like the really bright pink reddish one. It doesn't really matter what color you get. They're very, very sheer. I just get that one because it's like fun. It's a fun color. Makes me happy. So have I been out of focus this entire time? This video is a mess, honest to God. If I have been out of focus, I sincerely apologize. I feel like my camera was focusing behind me instead of actually on my face. But yeah, that lip oil, it's not crazy expensive. Smells like blue raspberry push pop, really hydrating, really comfortable. It's not sticky at all. I just love it all around. Clearly, because I've gone through 2 whole tubes and I never go through lip products like that. I usually have lip products for like way too long. Okay, next up, this is a primer. Oh, I have an itchy nose. Please hold. Okay, so next one is a primer. I'm not super into primers, but this one I definitely loved. It's the Fenty Matte Face Primer. I found that this is the only matte face primer that actually, 1, controlled my oil a little bit. 2, made foundations go on smoothly. I find that matte primers make your skin way too matte to the point where your foundation skips over top of it. I don't actually have this primer with me anymore because I used it up, but I did really enjoy it. It's definitely something that I would repurchase. I just haven't gotten around to it because I've been using moisturizer as my primers. I don't really need makeup to last a long time for me right now because I'm at home all the time, so it just doesn't really make sense for me to repurchase it right now. But next time I need a primer, that's definitely gonna be the one I get, and I feel like nobody really talks about it. That could be because all of the YouTubers that I actually follow closely all have dry skin. I don't know why that is. So since I'm oily, maybe that's why I don't hear anyone talking about it, but I just really love that primer. I think Fenty did an amazing job. It's the primer that came out with their first launch, like their initial foundation release. They also launched a primer, and I love that thing. I think it's amazing. I like it significantly more than I do the foundation, so that's kind of interesting. Next up is a product by Paula's Choice. I think I've mentioned it on this channel before, maybe one other time, but it is the Paula's Choice, I don't even know what it's called, but it's a moisturizer by her, and I find that it is the best eye cream I've ever used. Oh yes, I mentioned it in my empties video. If you want to watch that, I will link it in the cards. It is my favorite eye cream. It's the only cream that I can put onto my eye area without it stinging my eyes and my eye area. My eye area, first of all, how many times am I gonna say eye area? But it is so sensitive. Even creams that are specifically eye creams, like that product is not specifically an eye cream. It's a super moisturizing face lotion that's meant for dry skin. My eye area is very dry, and I put it on every night and it looks amazing, like so good. It clears up any dry spots that I have on my eye area. I'll stop saying eye area soon, I promise. But I find even eye creams that are specifically designed to go on your eyes, they burn my eyes. Because, you know, like you put it on and then you blink and stuff, and obviously like a little bit's gonna go in your eye. And then my eyes start to water and they sting, and it's just a disaster. And I find that often eye creams also sting the area around my eyes, especially when they're particularly dry, and that one doesn't do that. So if you are struggling with your eye area being super dry, I would recommend that product. Even your face. I use it on my face now too. I honestly would use it on my body if I could, but that would be very expensive, so I'm not gonna do that. But my face, oh, I love it. I wake up and I just look super hydrated. Next up, I think this product is super underrated and it didn't get a lot of hype, but I personally love them. They're the KVD Dazzle shadows. I really like them. They're cream eyeshadow. They work really well. They don't dry out quickly. They're super sparkly. I'm really into sparkly lately. The more sparkles, the better. But I don't really like pressed glitters. Like I don't like straight up glitter, but I really like that iridescent shine, kind of like Cliona shadows. I have one right here. As you can see, just like super reflective, super sparkly, but it's not like chunky glitter. You know what I mean? Like it's not like a loose glitter in a pressed form. That's the kind of product that I'm not into, but iridescent sparkle that has like a really interesting shift. I'm so into it. And that's the KVD Dazzle shadows for me. Just a cream eyeshadow that has a really interesting iridescent sparkle that I can slap onto my eyelids and get out the door. And I just love them, but no one talks about them. So that's why I wanted to show them a little bit of love here on this channel again, because they're just super good. Next up, this one is by NYX. It is a lip gloss and it is the Lip Lingerie lip gloss. I have another itch, I'm sorry. I think that the NYX Lip Lingerie that's a tongue twister. The NYX Lip Lingerie lip glosses are so incredibly comfortable, so smooth. I love them a lot, and I haven't heard one other person talk about them. You know what? Let me just go and get one for you. Please hold. So this is what they look like right here. I believe this is in the shade Honeymoon. Yeah. First of all, I really like the scent. It's kind of a perfumey scent though. Like it's not like a classic like vanilla or anything. It's a little perfumey, I will say, but it's not like offensive, I don't think. And they're not like beyond pigmented, but they do have definitely some color. So this is it swatched out. And as you can see, it's just super glossy, so pretty, very comfortable to wear on the lips. I used to bring that lip gloss to work with me when I worked in an office job, and it was just super comfortable. I could talk to people without, you know, worrying about like my lip gloss getting goopy or sticky or gross or anything like that. But I don't really hear a lot of people talking about these. I actually had to check on the website to see if they were even still available, because I just don't hear anyone talking about them. I don't really see anyone using them on Instagram either. I remember the NYX, I think it's the Lingerie, it was like the liquid lipsticks. I hated that, but the glosses, really quite nice. My eyebrows are really uneven today. I feel like I look like Ariana Grande. I just looked in the mirror and I was like, oh God. So the next product I want to talk about is by Stilazzi. It's another lip product. These are their lip vinyls. These are so pretty. The smell, it's kind of like plasticky. I don't love the scent. However, these are such pigmented, comfortable glosses. Oh, I love this formula. These are what I would hope the Gloss Bomb creams would be. I have never tried them, but I would hope that they are kind of a similar formula to this. Very glossy, very comfortable, and very pigmented. They're very thin when they go on the lips. I'm actually gonna put a little bit on right now. I haven't used one of these in like a hot minute, but I do love them. Honestly, they're probably expired at this point. I should get new ones, but will I? That's the question. Oh, I just think that's so pretty. They're so comfortable. I have nothing bad to say about these products, but I don't think that they get the hype that they deserve. Stilazzi as a brand, I find, is super underrated in my personal opinion. While we're talking about Stilazzi, let's just talk about a couple other things. Their blush palettes are an essential in my kit. They are so beautiful. The tones are everything. This brush, love it. This is the Duo Fiber Large Powder S306, would highly recommend. It just distributes powder very lightly, and that's kind of what I've been into. I've been setting my face very lightly, so in order to avoid a super heavily powdered look, I use this brush, and it's amazing and very unique as well. Their gel eyeliners are incredible, and so are their Angle Mini S203 brushes. This is how I do my winged liner on clients as well as myself if I'm using gel. It's just the tiniest brush and allows for really great detail work, and I have 10 of these in my kit. They are incredible and super affordable too. So if you struggle with eyeliner application, I would definitely recommend trying this out. Also, their eyeshadow palette in collaboration with Jordan Liberty. Love that thing. It's the Darkroom palette. Very interesting color story, very beautiful. And yeah, overall, they're a super underrated brand, and they're really good to me. They've been really kind to me. So I only have the lip vinyls on my list, but apparently we're going on a tangent about how much I like them. So yeah, I would recommend them as a brand. Another product that I feel is underrated, not a lot of people talk about, are the Aether Beauty eyeshadow palettes. They are more expensive, I will say that. However, I feel like they're very trendy because they infuse like crystals into their eyeshadow formula, which to me is a little bit hokey. I just like the eyeshadow formula. I'm not really big into like crystals and like manifestation and chakras and all that kind of, I was gonna say BS, but like it's not BS. It's just, I'm not really into it is what I'm trying to say. So for me, the whole like crystal infused eyeshadow, like that doesn't mean anything to me, but I really enjoy the formula. The formula is so incredibly easy to blend. I've only tried the matte formula. I have no idea about the shimmers. The matte formula though is so beautiful. Definitely one of the smoothest eyeshadows I've ever tried. I really love that they're also completely recyclable. I think that's fantastic because the beauty industry does create a lot of waste. And I just think that their brand in general is kind of underrated. I really like them personally. I know they are a little bit pricey, but it does make sense because recyclable packaging is a lot more expensive, and I could only imagine how expensive it is to infuse your eyeshadows with stones and crystals. Like that would probably be also expensive. So I feel like it's expensive, but like not in a stupid way where you can't see where that price point is coming from. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does. Hopefully I'm making sense at this point. It's been a long day, okay? Next up is a product by Morphe, and I don't talk about Morphe a ton on my channel just because I don't really like Morphe. I feel like they're kind of shady as a brand. I don't think they have a lot of brand integrity. That's just the way I personally feel. Yeah, I don't really love them as a brand. I think they work with a lot of problematic people, so I just kind of steered clear of them. However, I will say that their blush trios are really nice, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about those. I personally love them, and even though I got them like quite a while ago, I still get a lot of good use out of them. So yeah, even though I obtained those Morphe palettes quite a while ago, I do really enjoy them still, and I still get a lot of use out of them. I think the formula is really nice and really blendable, and I don't hear a lot of people talking about them, honestly. I feel like they're just kind of like a forgotten makeup product. I do see my one friend Maddie, her Instagram username is Maddie's Makeup. I see her use them a lot in her videos, so obviously she likes them. So if they're good enough for her, they're good enough for me. I don't know, I just really like them, but I don't hear a lot of people talk about them, and I don't see a lot of people using them. Next up, I want to talk about the Fenty Beauty What It Do spray. I feel like at first everyone was talking about this, and then it kind of dropped off the face of the earth and now no one's talking about it. However, that spray has been like consistently one that I reach for over and over again, and I personally really love it, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. I don't know, even though a lot of people I follow have dry skin. They liked it at first and then they just like never talked about it again. So I feel like it's kind of like a forgotten launch, but I still personally love it. It's like hands down one of my favorite setting sprays for sure. I love that thing. And I do think that it is super underrated. Okay, so the last product I want to talk about, it's a product as well as a brand. The brand is Good Molecules. The product that I have here is the silicone-free priming moisturizer. So this is what it looks like. It's just great. I love this product, and just Good Molecules as a brand I really enjoy. First of all, they're affordable. Second of all, they are as good to the environment as possible. They make sure that all of their bottles are glass because there's a higher chance of them being recycled. All of their PR packages are super environmentally friendly, using mainly paper. They put a lot of thought into their products. I'm using their gel cleanser right now and I really love it. I'm also using their eye gel right now. It's like an eye cream, but for daytime, so it's a little bit lighter, and I really love that too. There's only like a couple things that they've launched that I haven't been into. One of them being like those caffeine eye patches. I'm just not into those in general. It wasn't specifically those ones. I just don't really like those products as a whole. And there's another one, but I can't remember. But everything else that I've tried, I've absolutely loved from them. They have a really good cleansing balm. I find that their products are great. I think they're reasonably priced. They're environmentally friendly. They're cruelty free. I'm not sure if their products are vegan. No, it doesn't say. But I just really love them as a brand, and I don't hear a lot of people talking about them. So yeah, if you're in the market for some good skincare, I would definitely recommend Good Molecules. Maybe it's because I'm not like really part of the skincare world. I'm definitely mainly focused on makeup, but they do send me PR and I love everything that I get. But maybe like the skincare gurus have been talking about Good Molecules for a while and I'm just like not involved in that world, so I've had no idea this entire time. But yeah, I really hope they're doing well because I think they're a great brand. So yeah, I'm really hoping for the best for them. And those are all of my products slash brands that are underrated in my humble opinion. I would be really interested to know in the comments what you guys think is a super underrated product, and I will most definitely check it out if I haven't already. I just feel like the beauty market is so saturated right now that there are just so many good products that they kind of get lost. So anything that's not, you know, super hyped can just kind of easily get lost in the sea of good products, you know? So I would be really interested to know what you guys love. And yeah, I think that's it from me today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. Please don't forget to subscribe if you want to. If you don't, that's okay. I just really appreciate you being here. It helps out my channel so very much by you watching, so thank you. Please leave any video requests you may have in the comments down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.